of men, it seems there's so much we have lost. As we look down the road where all the prodigals have walked, one by one the enemy is whisper lies and let them off as slaves. But we know that you are God, yours is the victory. We know there is more to come that we may not yet see. So with the faith you've given us, we'll step into the valley unafraid. Yeah. As we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive. God of endless mercy, God of unrelenting love, rescue every daughter, bring us back the wayward sons. And by your spirit breathe upon them, show the world that you alone can save. You alone can save. As we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive. So breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe, oh breath of God. Breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe. Breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe, oh breath of God. Breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe. As we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive, yeah. We call out to dry bones, come alive. Oh, come alive.
Hi, I'm Summer, and today we're going to be doing a lyrical piece to Lauren Daigle's song Dry Bones. And it's going to be for slightly more advanced, but still pretty simple. And it's basically, the song is about the Valley of the Dry Bones in Ezekiel, and it's talking about how God gives us life. And so that's kind of what the focus is going to be. We're going to have 3 different parts in this dance. So one is going to be a soloist, and then you're going to have a right and a left. And once again, that's kind of adding some variety to the movement so that it's not so repetitive. So when you start off with a soloist, try to find somebody who maybe has dance experience already. And maybe that person can choreograph their own solo, but that's for the whole lyrical point at the beginning of the song. So then once the actual words start to come in, then we have choreography for that. So to start off, the soloist is standing in the center, and everybody else is on the floor. And try to have it like a little bit of like a diagonal position here. They'll start kind of facing down like this. And then on the opposite side, it'll just kind of be flipped legs. And they'll also be down like this. So that's the beginning place for everybody else. The soloist will start standing in the center. So the soloist begins with saying, "Through the eyes of man, there is so much we have lost. So pull out, 1, 2. Then they're going to reach out with both hands. As we look down the road, reaching where all the prodigals have walked. So you're going to swoop your right arm over, and it's going to be opposite leg to arm. Prodigals have walked. Okay? Then it will go one by one. They're going to reach out right, left, point. You're going to kind of whisper with your hand. It goes one by one. The enemy has whispered lies and led them off as slaves. So then what you're going to do is kind of whisper, grab your fist, and push it to the side. And as you do that, you're going to kind of turn your body to face backwards. And you're going to kind of stand there until it gets to but. When it says but, they're going to turn. But we know that you are God, and you're going to kind of scoop your arms up and out, and you're going to kind of step forward with it. And then you're going to go, yours is the victory. Okay? So once again from this part, you're going to step back. But we know that you are God, yours is the victory. Then it says, we know that there is more to come that we may not yet see. So then that person is going to go through, and you're going to kind of pull your foot forward, and your hand is going to follow it and kind of hit here. Pull back forward, and you're going to pull your hand in front of your face and go right, left, right. So we know there is more to come that we may not yet see. Then what you're going to do is you're going to scoop your arm through and reach. So with the faith you've given us, we'll step into the valley unafraid. And you're going to kind of step forward and bring your arms forward. And that's going to go into the chorus. So we're going to run that through quickly from the top. As the soloist, just do that whole section. And then we're going to go on to the floor piece.
Of men, it seems there's so much we have lost. As we look down the road where all the prodigals have walked, one by one the enemy is whispered lies and led them off as slaves. But we know that you are God, yours is the victory. There is more to come that we may not yet see. So with the faith you've given us, we'll step into the valley unafraid. Yeah.
So then we're going to go down to the floor part. The floor part, you get to just sit for quite a while, and you get to kind of just keep your head down. When it gets to when the prodigals have walked, that is your cue to move from this position where your legs are kind of angled to sitting on them like this. Okay, and you're going to kind of still keep your head down, but maybe not as low as when you're on the floor. So you're going to keep here while the prodigals have won, and then it goes one by one. You're going to go cover your ear. One by one, the enemy has whispered lies, it's the same thing, and led them off as slaves. And they're going to push them away. And then you're going to kind of go back down to the center. Then it goes to but, and you're going to look up. Same thing, but we know that you are God, and you're going to kind of swoop your arm over. You are God, yours is the victory. And this is going to be opposite here. So those that are sitting on the right side are going to reach with their left arm. And those that are sitting on the left side, you're going to reach with your right arm. We're both reaching towards the soloist, who's the God figure in this. Okay? You are God, yours is the victory. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a bit of a roll, and you're going to lean onto your side, and you're going to kick your legs back to face the back of the stage. And you're going to breathe down and breathe one more time. And that's kind of on the yes. And then you're going to kind of come forward during that musical interlude where it says, we cry out to dry bones. So then at that point, you're going to get ready and we're going to go to the chorus.
of men, it seems there's so much we have lost. As we look down the road where all the prodigals have walked, one by one the enemy is whisper lies and let them off as slaves. But we know that you are God, yours is the victory. We know there is more to come that we may not yet see. So with the faith you've given us, we'll step into the valley unafraid. Yeah.
The soloist does what everybody is going to do for the most part throughout the rest of the chorus. So the soloist starts off by calling out to the dry bones. So it's going to be kind of angled. You're going to kind of want to keep your back straight, and you're going to reach forward. We call out to dry bones, and they're going to scoop up to the right and to the left. And what's going to happen is that the people that are on the floor are going to interact with that. They're going to move with it. So we call out to dry bones, come alive, and then you're going to keep your hands flat in front of you, and you're going to kind of body roll up to the front. Okay? We call out to dead hearts, same thing, come alive. Then you're going to kind of extend your hand all the way down, up out of the ashes, and you're going to bring it over, and up. Let us see an army rise. Okay? So this movement is full, it's tied together. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. And then you're going to kind of do a scoop turn. So you're going to kind of step together really quickly, and you're going to scoop your hands down. And as you do that, you're going to bring your feet together, and that's what's going to make you spin. Okay? So we're here, you're stepping into it, and you're kind of pulling your hands behind yourself. Okay? Out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive. And you're going to do a breath there. So that's going to be what the chorus is, and you're going to kind of repeat that. But we'll look at the chorus one more time with everybody, because it's going to look ever so slightly different.
Valley unafraid. Yeah. As we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive.
The people that are on the floor, you're actually going and you're doing the come alives at two different points. So this side is going to start off by saying you're gonna be standing up, and it says we call out to dry bones, and you're gonna kind of breathe into it, and you're gonna just kind of go up on your knee, and you're gonna shoot your foot out, and you're gonna reach with one hand. Come alive. And then this side is going to do the same thing. We call out to dry bones, come alive. See, and it's just the opposite side. But it's going to go one and then the other. So we call out to dry bones, come alive. And then you're going to kind of use this time to stand up. We call out to dead hearts, and you're going to do the same movement, but you're going to include your foot. So you're going to step up and brush. Now, when you're doing this kind of extension, you want to make sure that you have your knee nice and straight. Your knee should be straight. You're pointing and you're shooting all of your energy out of your foot. Okay? You also want to make sure that your toes are pointed when you do this. This means not just your foot is pointed, but your entire toe is pointed. Okay? So see, it takes a lot of power that you have to push out in order to do that. So come alive. Same thing. Come alive. And really, this isn't about getting height with it. When you get the height, if it's not controlled, it doesn't look as nice. So you want to make sure that when you're going up, you're keeping it controlled, and you're not just shooting your leg, because it's not going to be as like, it's not going to be as pretty. Okay, so we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Then it's the same motion as the soloist. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive. And that's a good point if you want to change your formations to do that then.
Valley unafraid, yeah. As we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive.
Then we move into the second verse. Now everybody is going to be together at this point. So there is no more soloist. You can even move the soloist out of the center, and that might kind of help things. Okay, so the second verse goes into saying, God of endless mercy, God of unrelenting love. So you're just going to keep your stance about shoulders width, and you're going to point up and around. God of endless mercy, God of unrelenting love. And you're just going to kind of bring it in. And it says, rescue every daughter, bring us back the wayward son. So you're going to kind of make kind of like a strong arm situation, and you're going to walk in a circle around yourself here. And then you're going to kind of take a plie position. So your feet are kind of at like a first position, so it kind of looks like this. And you're going to kind of just bend your knees, and you're going to pull your one hand out. Give us back the wayward son. And then it says, by your spirit, breathe upon them. So you're going to go around, and you're going to kind of move your chest in this circular position. But while you do that, you're going to rotate your hands around. By your spirit, breathe upon them and show the world that you alone can save. And we know that God saved us through the cross. So that's why we bring this cross position out. So you alone can save, and you're going to kind of pull it out. Show the world that you alone can save. And then you're going to kind of go into a turn from here. And this is a similar movement as that scoop turn, because you're going to step into it and meet your foot there. So you're going to step, meet, and then spin in kind of that tight and susu position. Okay? And you're going to go step, and you're just going to keep your arms up. You're going to kind of bring them from here up. You alone can save. And then we go back to the chorus.
God of endless mercy, God of unrelenting love, rescue every daughter, bring us back the wayward sons, and by your spirit breathe upon them, show the world that you alone can save. You alone can save.
So the chorus, now everybody is going to do what the soloist did. We're all going to go, we call out to dry bones, but then we're still going to split. So this half is going to go, come alive, and just keep it down straight. So you're not going to bring your foot out. This is just with the straight leg. Come alive, this side. Come alive. We call out to dead hearts. Come alive this time with the foot. Come alive. Come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones. Come alive.
Save. You alone can save. As we call out to dry bones, come alive, come alive. We call out to dead hearts, come alive, come alive. Up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. We call out to dry bones, come alive.
Then we get to the bridge of the song. And this is going to be very interactive because what's going to happen is one person is going to start this motion. So one person, preferably in like the back corner-ish, is going to start off. And the motion is just the same motion over and over again. But what happens is that it's kind of catching on. And it's this idea of the breath of God spreading through the world, right? So it's going to just be a simple extension out. So you're going to développé your leg out and extend, but it's only going to be like within your hip range, right? So it's not going to be up. It's not going to be like all the way up in your, by your ear. It's just in front of you, and you're just kind of breathing with it, and you're going to go up onto your toes with it. And you're going to go breathe, step, 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 opposite leg. Breathe, step, step, step. Breathe. And you can do like a couple extra in there, just as long as it's not as obvious. And so that'll kind of catch on. So one person will start it and they'll do 2 by themselves. Then the next person will catch on and they'll do the rest. And then everybody keeps going until everybody is doing it together. And then we do the chorus one more time. It's the exact same thing as what we had done before. So it ends again and it goes, up out of the ashes, let us see an army rise. Same as the chorus. And then it's one final, we call out to dry bones, come alive. And this one's going to be slightly different. It's going to be a turn, and you're going to scoop your hands up and around like this. We call out to dry bones. Okay? And what you do for that one is you're kind of, instead of doing your meeting and your turning, you're kind of stepping into the turn. You're step, step, step. So my feet aren't ever coming together. They're stepping into each other. Okay? So we call out to dry bones. And one more, come alive. And then you can kind of just stand and do one more breath, but a little bit smaller for that last come alive. And what's going to happen then is by one, people are going to walk out, right? Because God has breathed his life into this army, and now we have to go out and tell the world. And so that's kind of to symbolize this idea of one by one. Even though we are an army in Christ, we have to go out by ourselves and to go through and to equip more people with the breath of God. So that's the rest of this dance, and I hope that you guys have a good time learning it. Thanks for dancing with me.
So breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe, oh breath of God, breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe.